is falling. The fans are soaked, but here's the bottom line. We've got football at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Here's a scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the New England Patriots. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Fielded right around the 8. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And he goes down. It's a Patriots sack. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up Sackett.
How about the defense there trying to set the tone on the very first play of the game?
Yeah, there's a little bit of a glow here tonight because they brought the heat right out of the gate. What a good job establishing a tone for this one.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Jackson. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A big play that time through the air. 33 yards. So that changes things. Here's first and 10 all the way up at the 45. Now it's Jackson. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Andrews. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
Brandon, unless my eyes deceive me, I think they found a matchup that they're trying to exploit here, don't you? I mean, it's the second time they've gone to him here on this drive.
Yeah, opening drive. It's a tone setter, right? I think they're going to be looking his way a lot.
Yeah, and I think that the way things are going right now, they like him as a featured receiver. Let's see what kind of adjustments the defense is going to make to try and take that away.
On first and 10, it's Jackson. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. So this game of ours, Charles, you know, the talk of the NFL world all week. 2 unbeaten teams. You rarely see such a matchup this deep into a season.
I would agree with that because normally you might get one team undefeated for a while. But 2 teams like this, and I remember in preseason, you looked at schedules and said, I think these 2 are on a collision course. It'd be interesting to see if they actually get there, and they did. And to me, the winner of this game has to wear the crown of Super Bowl favorite.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And the Pats are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. Now Jones. And he can't escape, and down he goes. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9. Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19. Another try after the first down sack. Jones. They get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big play there for the Patriots.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds.
So a nice run right there, and worth mentioning their usual starting running back out this week. The hope is it's just a short-term absence, but this is where it pays, Charles, to have a quality reserve that you can turn to when you need him.
And to me, they definitely have that, because this is a guy who's more than capable of picking up the slack. And he's likely going to see a big share of carries as this one progresses. And how many times do we see running backs jump into the breach and have big games?
And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. On 2nd down, Carrington. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Throwing, Jones.
And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive, INT.
I know in every game we do, we talk about momentum. That was a momentum play lost. And now there could be a letdown because they didn't get the interception.
Yeah, you could almost hear the collective gasp on the sideline as he could not come up with that football. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On 3rd down, Carrington. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. A great play there. With a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year.
And the Patriots are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore.
And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And trouble there on the kickoff as that goes out of bounds.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 40. Looking to throw. Jackson. And his throw here's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Second and 10.
Throwing is Jackson.
This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Jackson.
That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least it'll be 4th down. Punter Sterling Hoffrichter out now on 4th down.
And now a high kick here as he'll try to hang it up there. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Patriots take over. The Pats at the line, ready to go.
And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top 4.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
Here's 2nd and 10.
To throw again, Jones. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
So this CD, obviously such a big game, and we'll continue to talk about its importance as we go on. I thought it was interesting. This head coach in his weekly media availability, he was asked who he would lean on in a game like this, and he said it was all about the veterans.
And Brandon, I like his approach because he's obviously thought about this, right? Who can get me not just through this game, but through the rest of the season? And he looks to his veterans. They've been around the team. They can guide everyone and let them know the importance of winning this one. But also, how do we attack what's left in the season and get us ready for what we hope is going to be some postseason play?
And that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down. On is the punter, Hawk, as he gets this one away.
They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Ravens, they'll take over.
At their own 40-yard
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And they, as mentioned, unbeaten to this point in the year, but you think this game, their toughest test yet.
I absolutely do, because to me, this is a good measuring stick game because they've been able to take advantage of the schedule. But here, this is another team leading its division with an eye on making a Super Bowl run, so this game is crucial.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
Whenever you see a quarterback break contain, just think to yourself, the receivers on that side of the field, their number one job, make sure they get in his sight line so he can try and find someone downfield. Guys on the backside, make sure you don't give up the deep ball. They tried it there. They weren't able to connect.
To throw again on second down. Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Go ahead. No, we changed it.
Mike, check 33. Touchdown, defense.
Hey, check Mike 33. Check Mike 33.
Check pass.
Now it's Jackson. A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
I thought maybe when he caught, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
Check 26. Check 26.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. I love those plays. 4th and 1. That's who wants it more, this time the offense.
Yeah, there's a lot of hooting and hollering in there, right? A lot of contact and a lot of collisions as they try and find some space. Who's going to drop their hips, gain leverage, and move the other side backwards? We saw it there for the offense getting it done.
Yeah.
Now Jackson on first down. Escaping the pressure right. First down and more for Jackson. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
Well, that was man coverage. So once he decides to run with the football, there's no one to account for him, and he turns it into a nice gain.
They snap it at 1. Now it's Jackson. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. He'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. 6-0 our score after 1. Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson over the middle, and it's incomplete.
You definitely would like to have hit on that one because now you've got a 3rd and long showing up, and you just know defense is going to be getting after it. They are pinning their ears back, and they are coming.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Check 52. 6 guard. Check 6 guard.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by J.C. Jackson.
And the Patriots are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Second and 5 now. Jones. This is Smith with a grab. And he goes out of bounds. Just shy of the 45.
First down, Patriots.
They go play action here on first down. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
Patrick Queen
coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
A hole to dig out of here. 2nd and 17.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
You know, if following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them,
in trouble, and he's taken down. Christian Barmore gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah, what's going on? It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. He's got his man. It's Andrews.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
The Ravens on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6. Back to throw. Campbell. He's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th. Here's Sterling Hoffrichter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Returnable here from the 38. 35 yards that time on the punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And this ball game, clearly the game of the year so far. It's not very often that you find 2 unbeaten teams playing each other this late in the season, but that's what we have here, 2 heavyweights in the NFL.
You're right about that, and you think about recent memories, so let's take a little ginkgo right now and go down memory lane, right? 2007, 7-0 Colts, 8-0 Patriots. The Pats won 24-20. They ended up going 16-0 in the regular season before they lost in the Super Bowl against the Giants. How about 2015? 6-0 Broncos, 6-0 Packers. Denver won 29-10. And in 2020, Steelers and Titans were both 5-0. Pittsburgh won that one.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Looking to throw. Jones. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Andre Cisco. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. And that was one I kind of saw coming, Charles. He had a free safety just hanging back there over the middle, waiting, and he saw that ball go in the air, and he jumped on it.
And I don't know why the quarterback didn't see that. That was just your standard cover 3, which means the free safety in the middle of the field, the 2 corners, and they divide the field in thirds. But when you have a free safety with range, like a good center fielder, he can go from side to side and make plays on the football as he did there.
Blocking at the point of attack there was very strong. He had a couple of running lanes.
And I never want to overlook the offensive line, but that's what they get paid to do. How about the quarterback? Everyone thinks all he's going to do is throw the football. His movement and deception can help a running game as well.
Now a play fake here on first down.
Well, that's complete to the fullback, Ricard.
Not much there, only a yard.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9.
Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus. Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9". I'm trying to collect. 19 sight.
Back to throw. Campbell trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it.
And the Patsons are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And there, of course, was a lot of talk about this ball game coming into play. 2 division leaders in the AFC. Could this be a potential playoff preview down the line?
Yeah, and I think when you're talking about the talk about this game coming into play, you're talking about me because I blew up your phone all week prior to this one. I was so excited about this game because, to me, it's not out of the realm of possibility that these two teams see each other again down the road. I like this matchup. They match up very well against each other.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jones. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Looking to throw. Jones. And that is incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on to punt for New England. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. With it is Brown. It'll go as a 50-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. To throw is Campbell on 1st down.
And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Off play action. Campbell.
Throw right side. This is into the hands of the tight end, Tunyon.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
You can't block me. You can't block me. Mike's 59. Mike's 59.
Back to throw again. He's going deep for Brown.
And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They'll look to throw again. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. The Ravens go for it but come up empty. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. Here's Jones on 1st and 10. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And the Ravens are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. And just 25 seconds to go in the half now as they've got it 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Campbell. And that'll be caught by the big tight end, Andrews. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Campbell. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Campbell. He's going to air one out. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. A big connection on that one. 30 yards. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Again, he'll drop to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Blankenship's kick is good. So at halftime, it's the Patriots with the advantage. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Both these teams getting a chance to dry out, maybe change their cleats if need be. But halftime's just about over. Time to get back to it. And for the call of the second half, here's Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. The Pats at the line, ready to go.
And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Carrington. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Second and 9.
Back to throw. Jones. He completes it to Beckham. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England.
I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
This time, the extra point up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
This one taken just inside the 10. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Campbell now. Throwing on 1st down.
And going deep downfield for Boykin.
That's caught inside the 20. A big play that time through the air. 37 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
Swings this out for Hunt. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Ravens. It's Hollywood Brown.
Marquise Brown, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens have cut it to within a score. The point after through the raindrops up and good. And the lead is down to a field goal.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Pats at the line, ready to go.
Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
They'll run on first down. Carrington, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Jones.
That's complete, left side to Bateman.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Jones now from the gun on 3rd down. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the first.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the 2nd level.
Now Campbell on 1st down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Well, NFL quarterbacks have learned the hard way. You're not going to get rich throwing against this guy. He's definitely too good. And this is now his 2nd interception of the ball game. And if I'm running the offense, I've got to tell my guys, you've got to go work on the other corner.
Now Jones.
That'll be caught by the tight end Keene.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A big play there for the Patriots.
They started this drive with terrific field position, and it's going to get even better after that play. Had great options with where they started, so they decided to press their advantage, and it paid off.
On first down, Carrington, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package, and that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Now on 2nd and 13. Jones, he'll buy some time right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Throwing Jones. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards. The Patriots will bring on the field goal unit. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. And Lutz's kick is good. And that extends their advantage to 6. It's 16-10.
So 3 points, response there to that opening touchdown of this third quarter.
And that's an important 3, both in terms of adding to your lead, but also letting the other guys know you're not going to just come out in the second half and take over.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Try to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Campbell steps away to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
Yetur Gross-Matos
in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Operating from the gun, Campbell. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Campbell Throwing on 3rd and long. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
I'm not sure I'm absolutely crazy about that play call there. I mean, it's only a one-score game, so is it really time to go bombs away and try and make a big play? I think you can take some underneath stuff and still move it downfield.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jones. And his throw is incomplete.
I didn't like the look of that play right from the beginning. I thought he should have seen the coverage that was there, tried to force it in. That one, he's fortunate, just fell incomplete.
New England on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 11. Looking to throw. Jones. And this one complete to Smith. Touchdown, Patriots. Jonnu Smith. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Patriots add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
So the Patriot offense stays out there, and they'll line up and go for 2. They're going to keep it on the ground. Powerful running. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. And they're able to ground it in there on the 2-point try. And you and I were talking before the game that 2-point conversions from the 15-16 season, what has changed, what hasn't changed, partner?
Yeah, I'll tell you what's changed is just your normal strategy, because now you're either kicking the football with the ball on the 15-yard line, or if you decide to go for 2, they put it on the 2-yard line. So what are you thinking as a coach? Do I risk it? Do I go for it here? Do I try and gain a strategic advantage and maybe go for 2 early? That's what people are wondering about.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. His throw incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
The Ravens on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Campbell. Got a man. It's Tunyon.
And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Here's Campbell on 1st and 10. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
To throw is Campbell. Looking to throw on 2nd down.
And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there.
And this will be incomplete. Boy, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Check Mike 33. Check Mike 33.
You want this? Mike, check 33. 33.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is caught. It's Brown.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
33. Check Mike 35.
Campbell now throwing on 1st down. That one is caught by Hunt. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Check 33. 33.
Now Campbell on 1st down. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Mike Hilton. There he goes left side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a 4th quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Lutz good on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this 4th quarter.
Throwing after the interception. Campbell slings it to Andrews, and it's complete. The tight end has it. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
That's good. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Throwing on 1st down. Campbell.
And boy, another ill-advised throw there, as that will wind up incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Come on here, come get some. He don't want it. Hey, check Mike 33. Check Mike 33.
Rip left.
19 right.
Check 33. 33.
Looking to throw. Campbell. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Campbell on 3rd down. He finds his man, complete. That's Andrews. And he'll get this up near midfield, but that's still a few yards shy of the 1st down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Check 33. 33.
Here's Campbell on 1st and 10. He's going deep for Brown. And this is caught. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Ravens have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So the Ravens will keep the offense on the field as they're going to go for 2.
Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill.
Hunt going to run for it. And he'll get in for the score. And that's going to cut the lead down to 13.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Takes it at the 7. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. They'll keep it on the ground. Carrington. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. This would be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there, and now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
On 3rd down, Carrington. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Here's Matt Hawk now as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. Good coverage there. An even 50-yard punt leads to a return of 5. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
Jackson on first down. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side.
And, boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top with the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
He's crazy. He's checking crazy.
Jackson from the shotgun. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
The Ravens on 3rd down. A very anemic 1 for 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing is Jackson. Looking deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off near the 42. And they finally put an end to this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. They'll run on first down. Carrington, a good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. They'll keep it on the ground. Carrington. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
Ordinarily in short yardage, most people don't run a toss because it takes a little bit longer to develop. But some teams see it as a very physical type run because the amount of people that get out in front of the runner, offensive linemen, tight ends, sometimes an extra back, they like to run that play there and try and run over people.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.